Nowadays, when I tell people that I studied from Marathi medium school, it's a government school, they don't believe. It was tough time for me. Like I was questioning myself whether I will be able to do this or not. And I remember once I met you also, I was almost about to cry that time. Situation was bad. I still continued. And I am glad that I continued that at that time. To be honest, with mantra only I got to know about this. There is a specific profession like this. I used to know about car design, but I didn't know about this digital sculpting. After 5 years working in industry, I can say this, that the training at Mantra was very useful, and it was just like how it happens in studio. I'm Mithun Kumar Kute. I'm from Baramati. It's a place in Pune district, 100 kilometers away from Pune. I did my schooling and everything over there. And then I got into automobile engineering at the Government College of Engineering in Avsari, Pune. So I did my automobile engineering there. The purpose to take admission in automobile engineering was, I thought the design part of vehicle comes into automobile engineering. But later when I went there, I slowly get to know that this is a whole different field. And for that, I have to do something else. I always used to sketch cars. So I did one sketching course in Pune. It's a Celica Institute. They teach for to clear these exams for NID, IIT, and all. So through that course, I built my basic portfolio to take admissions in design schools. So I applied for IIT, NID. So all those exams I missed out somehow, and then I got to know about Mantra Academy, and I thought it's a perfect balance between what my background is and what future I want. After 5 years working in industry, I can say this, that the training at Mantra was very useful, and it was just like how it happens in studio, not up to that extreme level, but it's good start, like how you start career in industry. Learnings at Mantra, during 6 months of course, it was actually 7 months for us. 1 month was extended. So during first month it was all okay, second month was also okay, but when I went into third month, I saw people are going ahead of me, and it was tough time for me. Like I was questioning myself whether I will be able to do this or not. And I remember once I met you also, I was almost about to cry that time. Situation was bad. I still continued, and I am glad that I continued that at that time. To be honest, with mantra only I got to know about this. There is a specific profession like this. I used to know about car design, but I didn't know about this digital sculpting.
Okay.
When I referred Mantra website, I got to know that there is some space between sketching and engineering. There are pros and cons on the both side. So I would say in OEM, it's like it's all about your company. But when you come into service-based industry, it's all about you and your skills. So that's the main difference I found out. And in supplier, you have to be strict to the timelines. You have to deliver the final data, which will directly go to production. as we do class A in S-Tech here. So this side of modeling I did not experience in Renault, as I was in Mumbai studio and it was advanced studio. So mainly the projects used to be about concept modeling and mainly for prototype or something like that. So it was, the experience was like I was used to be more close to the designer, and here I am close to the engineering part of modeling. So we have to make that part to the reality. So this is more of engineering type, and that was more of designer, close to the designing part of modeling. I built the complete exterior on roll on live project there. So that was sketch to model, and now here model to class A. So I think I have seen entire journey between CAS modeling to class A modeling. So that is a really good part that I had got to experience. I was working on third car, and everybody had already three cars. And with two cars, I finished completely rendering everything. And then next day, you told there is interview, and I came to show the portfolio, final portfolio with only two cars. And the first car, I still remember that statement. You actually said it was a Ferrari California T, and I was not able to close. I did the complete car, and there was no mirror in that. And then I realized there is no mirror. So somehow I made the mirror in 1 hour, and I showed you that. So you actually said that it is looking like a. I cannot forget that thing. Then later, after staying 1 month, I completed the third car also. They asked me to work on a car. They gave only one sketch. It was in a perspective, and I had to model the complete, close the volume at least, they said. And one thing was that time I didn't realize that, but now it's a basic thing. Like whenever you go anywhere, you have to take your preference set with you, and which I did not do that time. And even when I was giving the test, even control S was not assigned as a save. And when I was giving the test, the managers, they were seeing my model, I guess, on the other part of the studio. And after 1 hour, I guess it was 3 hours test, and after 1 hour the manager came in and he said, why you are not saving your file? And I said him, I am saving, and I showed him control S by pressing control S. Then he said, did you check the preferences first? Then I realized, oh, I have not saved file for 1 hour. Then I assigned that control S, and then I was saving. But the volume, I closed that car model volume. Main thing I would say is the patience. Sketch, when they give sketch, there is a 50% of the part that you cannot understand. Means they put the black shadow and that's it. So that you have to guess what will be there, how you will fill that gap between that. So I think we need to observe the 3D things, sculptures and all those things in detail. So that will build the ability to think in the surfacing way, like how the surface will flow if there is no input from the design side. And it's true that they cannot sketch everything. So I think observation is also important. So sculpting, I think it will happen in virtual reality in later stages. But it will be only in CAS modeling stage. But class A will be manual for a very long time, I guess. Yeah, one thing I would say is the public speaking part of it. So that could I could have learned before. Like when I was in Mantra, you had asked me to go to Toastmasters club and all. So those things I didn't know when I was younger. So I thought that that should be there when I was younger than uh, before joining Mantra Academy. Like I saw other people's in academy, they already know, like Kaushal, Shreyas, they used to go to Toastmasters club when they were in school and all. So they know that thing from that time, which I got to know when I went to Mantra Academy. So that part I think I could have learned before. I will be going to join Mercedes. And so till now, what I have worked on, it's on interior. So so they have hired me for interiors only, interior concept modeling. So first I worked in concept in Mumbai studio. Somehow it was close to class A also. Then in Estec I am into class A. Again I'm going back to concept. So so I want to explore the entire 3D space of car modeling. That is the short term goal. And then later on, I I think of managing all the modeling activity and delivering a complete car interior project. So I want to be the lead sculptor for entire interior. So that is a long term goal. Nowadays, when I tell people that I studied from Marathi medium school, it's a government school, they don't believe, because in mostly I have seen, like in this field specifically, most of the people are very rich, rich background, because the education is very expensive and people cannot afford, like other people cannot afford. So most of the, almost till now, how many people I met, all of them have studied in English medium school or something. So they get really surprised that I have studied from Marathi medium school and then came into this field, and from Baramati rural area.